We're going to make 3 laser projects that all have one thing in common. They're easy to make, they look fantastic, and they're built using 2 materials that are quickly becoming some of my favorites. Okay, that's 3 things in common. 3 projects with 3 things in common. I think I got it. Let's do it. Today is not about making just one project. It's about showing you 3 completely different products that you can create using Creative Cut Supply's PlyCore, that's their wood, and DualTite Adhesive, that's their adhesive. I'm going to talk about the PlyCore and the DualTite, but as I try to do in most of my videos, we're going to talk a little bit about some software. Today it's Xtool Studio, and I'm actually going to walk you through some of my thoughts when it comes to finding or creating a design and how my mind often goes way down a rabbit hole. Hey Punch Pilots, Roy here, and today we're going to make a personalized cassette tape gift card holder, a phone stand that I accidentally figured out how to make a little extra cool, and one of my best-selling Christmas ornaments. Along the way, I'll show you why I've become such a fan of this PlyCore wood and why the DualTite adhesive has become my go-to whenever I'm building layered projects or houses. Okay, I don't build houses, but if I did, I'd use DualTite. Let's start with something that's just plain fun. I designed this cassette tape gift card holder, and honestly, I think these things are really awesome. They do take a few minutes to cut out, and I'm not sure what you can charge for them, so I'm not sure how practical they really are, but they're fun. And if you could get the total cut time down and figure out a good market to charge a fair price for them, they'd be an awesome addition to your offerings. This is a prototype that is made with this cheap wood. I'll explain more in a second on that. The gift card holder is built using layers. You have the front layer, and then you have a back layer, and then there is a center layer that holds the card goes in, and then we've got some little decorative layers. Now the way this is set up, the front and back layer do not have any of the DualTite. The little decorative pieces have the DualTite on them, and then the spacer where the credit card goes also has the DualTite on both sides. So that's how we will build that. This DualTite adhesive makes assembly incredibly easy. To use the sticky masterpiece invention, cut out the amount that you need, apply it to the back of the wood, then engrave and cut the wood like normal. When you're finished, you have a perfectly cut adhesive layer on the back ready to stick onto another piece of wood or acrylic or your ass cheeks if you want. I don't care, whatever floats your boat, which could be built with PlyCore and DualTite. Anyway, so back to this prototype. When I'm creating a project from a brand new file or I'm testing out just about anything, I almost never start with the good wood. I use this inexpensive plywood from Home Depot. A full 4x8 sheet is around 19 bucks, and I can get an absolute mountain of test cuts from one sheet. I've talked about this wood before. It's a must for me, and it's great for testing. The point is not to make beautiful finished products with this, it's just to make sure my sizing and design are right before I start using the premium materials. Once I know everything fits, then out comes the Creative Cut Supply's PlyCore. Because let's be honest, the Home Depot stuff works great for testing, but it ain't gonna win any beauty contests, that's for sure. Also, remember, if you're making a prototype with this cheap wood, that thickness of the cheap wood may not be the same as your good wood. So take that into account if you're dealing with all the wood thicknesses like we'll be doing in the next project. I know that's the case with this one. Okay. So the way this is built, you've got the A side, and I made this small piece that we will attach in a moment to right here. And it's the first time I'd used the different colors of wood. So I got to looking at it and thought, well, what if I added a little piece of that different color wood here? So I made these. I don't know if you can see them, but I made these. So I don't know, do you like that? I think it's pretty cool. It gives the dual color a little bit more color, I guess. So I did that, and then I thought to myself, well, that's cool. What if we inverted this and this centerpiece was recessed? So, okay, so I got what was the outside piece, but then I added another outside piece on top of that to give the illusion that all of that was behind there. And then, of course, we would attach this piece here too. That's really cool, and I like it a lot. However, it adds a couple of more layers. So that might be, I didn't put it together. I'll put it together in a minute and we'll come back and look at it. But I think that might be, that's a whole lot, right? That's thick. So I don't know that we'll do that, but I thought it was a cool concept. Anyway, let's take a second and let me show you how easily this DualTite works when it comes to putting layers together. Okay, let's see how easily this all comes together. I'm going to start with the spacer, which has the DualTite on both sides. I'll pull that DualTite backing off. This is just, this is amazing stuff. And then what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm going to situate this so it's spot on. Put that on there like that. You can see real well. Make sure it's pushed in there real good. Doesn't take but a little bit. And then I'm going to pull the next piece off, and I will put the, I'm trying to do it so you can see a little bit. I just literally take this and put this on here like this, and it's good to go. Now, I could have done that a little bit better had, it's on there. I could have done this a little bit better had I been looking at it, but it'll do for now. And then what I did was I actually did a little score line where this decorative piece goes, so it's easy for me to line it up. So what I'll do is take the DualTite off and then set it down and put that on there. Like that. It's a little bit off, but again, it would be a lot better if I were hovering over it. And we're going to take this, I'm going to set up here and put this on here like that. Well, that one's perfect because I was hovering over it. And let me do the back side, and we'll be right back. And done. And with this being layered construction, everything lines up beautifully thanks to that DualTite adhesive already being attached. I was kind of hovering over it, but it's certainly easy to attach if you're sitting in an environment and not having to try to record it onto a camera. One thing I really like about this design is how easy it is to personalize. This prototype says Michelle's 80s mixtape. That tiny little bit of personalization instantly makes it feel like it was created specifically for someone. In this case, my wife. Regarding a mixtape I was supposed to make her 45 years ago that I hadn't gotten around to yet. Anyway, we're actually talking about why personalization works in an upcoming Business Psychology for Laser Makers series covering something called the customization effect. There's something really interesting psychologically behind why personalized products become so much more valuable to customers, but that's for another video. Okay, Project 2 started as a pretty normal phone stand, right? I found this really great design on Etsy. The shop is called The Grumpy Chick, and she's got some really cool designs. Definitely go check her out. I made this, of course, it's a prototype. I cut it out, I put it together. Obviously, there's no DualTite yet because it's a prototype. I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I thought, something's missing. I gotta think about this. So I pulled out my thinking cap. Here it is. I put it on, and whoa, it came to me like a hat clip out of a shotgun. Could I adapt a wireless charger? I mean, do you see it? Don't get me wrong. The design is perfect, just like it is, and this is the version that I'll be putting in my shop. Well, of course, with good PlyCore. But do you see what I mean about a charger? It almost looks like it was asking for one. Give me a charger. So I ordered this set of wireless chargers from Amazon, and now I'm going to try to modify the file to get this to work with this. Look, you don't need to do this. The file is perfect as it is. I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I wanted to show you how you would do something like this in Xtool Studio. The problem is the back magnetic area of the phone has to sit flush with the circular design, and right now that phone is just up a little bit higher, so I'm going to have to lower this circular design just a little bit, and there's still the thickness of the wood that's causing the charger to be further away from the phone than it should be. Honestly, wasn't sure if it was going to work. But before we go any further, this design has 3 pieces. It's got the back plate, it's got the decorative front layer, and then the support piece here that makes the whole thing stand upright. After I lower the center decorative piece, I'll cut a circular hole in the back piece for the wireless charger, and I'll also add a small notch for the charging cable. So let's go into Xtool Studio and see what we can do. The first thing I need to do is to lower the center design by about a ½ inch. To do that, I'll create a temporary box that's 1/2 inch tall and move it so the top touches the bottom of what I want to move. Then I'm going to duplicate it, drop the duplicated box down below that, and bring that piece of design down. And I could have just brought the design down to the bottom of the box, but what's the fun in that? I had to make sure to bring down the score lines as well. Now for the back piece, I want the circle to match the design on the front piece. I'll drag the front piece on top of the back piece, then create a circle about the size of that design. You know what? I can just get the dimensions of the existing circle and copy that size onto the circle I just made. If I were smart, I would have just duplicated that existing layer. Now, I want to slide that new circle into place so it will match up with the circular design. Then I'll hide that layer so I can grab the front layer and move out of the way. And now the back layer has a hole that should be in line with the front layer design. Make sense? Now, I want to add a small notch so the cord won't get in the way. To do that, I'll create an oval situated on the bottom of the circle like this. Select them both, then go to Combine and select Union, and now we should be done. So this is what I came up with, and the design and the hole match up perfectly, but I don't know if you can see here, I made the hole too big. The circle I copied was the score circle and not the cut circle. Oops. I really wanted to have this snug, so I cut out a couple of scrap test holes. It was more than 2 until I got the size perfect, which was this one. It is really snug, and I really like this. And this hopefully will be the final prototype. Let's dry fit it together to make sure the charger will work. Okay, so this is nice and snug on here. We're going to add the front piece like this. I'm going to add this little stand, and then we're going to take our phone. We are going to cross our fingers that it works. And it works. That's fantastic. Now we've got to make one with the real good wood. And here is the final wireless charging phone stand. This came out fantastic. I already put it together because I couldn't wait. But the assembly was incredibly straightforward. I removed the DualTite from the back of the front piece, then set it onto the stand. Then I slid the back piece onto the stand, and it lined up perfectly because of this stand. I also added this little adhesive cable clip at the back to help with wire management and to give it a really nice clean look. I added the wireless charger, and now it's time to see if it works. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, of course it worked. Of course it worked. I also bought this file from the Grumpy Chick. Oh, and Grumpy Chick, if you ever see this video, not only do I love your designs, but I also love that name you got going on there. People, go support her now. Well, I mean, after you finish watching the video. So my wife walks by and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I show her this, and she says, "I don't like that you can see the white charger. Could you cover it up with leather?" No. Wait, maybe? Damn. If the charger will recognize the phone through the addition of the leatherette, yes? So guess what I did? I added some leatherette between these two pieces of wood, but hang on, if I use regular leatherette, I'm not sure how to get the charger to stay on the back. Plus, I'd have to heat press the leatherette to the wood, which can be done, but that's for another video. Also, the charger would only stay attached to the back panel by fit, and I didn't want that. Possibly in time, it could fall out, and I certainly didn't want to use any glue. But if you didn't know, Lone Star Adhesive has some self-adhering leatherette that we're going to do a whole video on later. That may just be the answer we've got here. So I cut out a piece of the self-adhering leatherette, then I assembled it, and are you ready for this? It looks beautiful, right? The question is, does it work? We got that added layer. Yeah, it worked wonderfully. Well, wait a second. Truth be told, I did have a little bit of an issue with this version when I had my phone on the case, but it did work wonderfully without the phone case. Complete transparency here. I do love projects like this because they're functional, they're attractive, and with just one small modification, you can create something brand new that some customers might prefer. And I could see this working well with the decoy effect. If you haven't seen that, watch my decoy effect video. There's a link in the description. And there's going to be another video down the road on the good, better, best strategy. This could very well fall into that as well. You know what? Sometimes the best products come from asking one simple question, what if? For the last project, let's make something that's probably a little more familiar to everyone, a Christmas ornament. Look, we're going to spend a lot more time talking about ornament designs in some future videos, but today I just want to show you how nice this PlyCore looks on a finished layered ornament. This is a design that I created last year, and it turned out to be one of my best sellers. People like local. It's only got 2 layers, but because of the engraving, it almost creates the illusion of a third level. You have the engraved detail, the decorative cut layer, and then of course there's the solid back layer that shows through. It gives the ornament a surprising amount of depth without making the construction overly complicated. Assembly could not have been easier. DualTite makes the lining up really simple. We've got DualTite on the back. All I have to do is peel this DualTite off, and it is a lot easier if I'm not sitting here with the camera. And the DualTite, man, when it goes on, but if I line this up perfectly, comes out fantastic. That's a beautiful Christmas ornament, and people that live in Wake Forest, North Carolina, like it. And you're done. The walnut and basswood combination gives such a clean, premium appearance. It's exactly the kind of finished product that customers notice when they're shopping at craft fairs or at gift stores. One of the things I enjoy about laser engraving is how one material can be used to make completely different products. A gift card holder, a phone stand, a Christmas ornament, completely different projects built using the same PlyCore wood and the same DualTite adhesive. I have a feeling you're going to be seeing a whole lot more of both of these on this channel because I already have a couple of different projects lined up using both the PlyCore and the DualTite. If you'd like to check out the Creative Cut Supplies PlyCore or DualTite adhesive, I'll have links down in the description. I'll also include links to the wireless chargers and those little cable clips I used on the phone stand in case you'd like to build one for yourself. PlyCore and DualTite for the win. If you're into lasers, creating custom products, building your small business, or even building a YouTube studio, don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when new videos are released. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Let's jump right in, jump right on in, yeah. Bass, how low can you go? What a brother knows. Sure ain't gonna win any beauty contest, I'll tell you that. We're gonna spend a I think it can be traced. Wow. Don't forget to like this video. Projects you can sell. Let's do it. As I try to do in most of my it's about showing you 3 complete, last time. I'll do it all day if I gotta. Okay, let's go. Oh, easy. Oh, please, it's me. 3 laser products that all